Okay.
You're live.
We're live.
What's up?
What's up? And he's like, you cannot.
That's such an
be
excuse for a
laying in
redhead.
tanning
That's
bed.
such a BS excuse.
Well, he's like, you're on 3 medications.
Are you going to stop
because-
how much you pay for your tanning?
I'm
subscription?
gonna have to cancel it. Oh, what's up?
What's up, Insta?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cancel it because I can't. I'm on 3 medications that are suppressing my immune system.
So you can't get a tan.
And then I'm
I
gonna
didn't know that
go
was a
tan.
thing.
Well, and then you're tanning, which causes cancer cells, and then your immune system isn't fighting the cancer cells. So he's like, you're going to give yourself skin cancer. I was like,
Okay, let's
I
stop
will
doing
not be tanning
Let's stop.
anymore. So yeah, so I'll be pasty white.
that. No, that's all right.
Like,
So we're
like my people,
who are your people?
like my Irish people. I'll just be pasty white. It's fine.
So we are like 8 minutes early. So I have a confession.
So I'm
to
gonna
make.
finish my Red Bull.
Yeah, finish your Red Bull. I have a confession. I recently, I'm talking within the last 5 days, 7 days tops, have discovered Whatnot.
Oh,
Oh.
on eBay.
No, it's not on eBay.
Oh, I thought it was all through eBay.
No,
It's just Whatnot
eBay
is
has
all-
eBay Live, and Whatnot is its own app. And there's live sellers just selling
Wait.
things.
The Whatnot guys are the ones like, we're live down below.
Yeah, live down
We're
below. Live down below. Come on, chat.
Come
We're
on,
gonna need to do
chat.
better than that. And it's auctions, and they auction watches. And I love watches.
So if you're at the office and you're wondering why you're having to wait for Dr. Emmet,
No, no, but I'm
we
kind
don't
of
let our
addicted.
patients wait more than like 5 minutes.
But right
5
now,
minutes is our max. Wait.
this is the first time I've gone live since I joined Whatnot.
So
so
now we're
now-
like, we're live on.
We're live down below. All right, chat. Let's get some W's in the chat.
This is the worst.
I want to like
Some of
mimic these
them-
guys.
Some of them are really annoying with
Yeah,
it.
they are.
They say it like over and over, and like I
We're
appreciate.
live down below. We're
the-
live down below. We're live down
the-
below. Come on, chat.
There was the girls that were auctioning off like the Cartier one like a couple days
Uh-huh.
ago, and she was like, "Chat, we're live down below. Go ahead and just," and it was way
Hey,
better.
Mia.
Hey Mia. Like she was way better. She just said it like
Thank you
once
for
or
being
twice, and she was like very. But the other guys are like, I'm like, oh, what in the frat boy is happening
They are
right now?"
selling some stuff on Whatnot. But this is my first live event since I joined Whatnot. So,
There you go.
but
feel
I
like you should
have.
wear your 3-on-6 jacket.
I'm
I
not
always
cold.
wear mine.
I
know,
get so
I
hot.
always wear mine. You
I
feel
have
me?
a special watch I wore today.
We're not sure how to feel about this one yet. Crew.
Chat.
Come on.
Chat down below.
Come on, chat. Can I get some W's in the chat if you like my watch? Can I get some W's over there in the chat if you like
Just
my
go ahead-
watch?
Just go ahead and do a thumbs up if you like it.
I'll
a
put it right over
thumbs
Tiffany's
down.
face.
There you go. There you go.
Come on. I think that's kind of fitting for me.
It's definitely fitting. It's just a little.
It's a little
It's
much.
a little much.
It's a little much, but I think it's
So-
rad.
However, that being said, my wife.
Oh,
got me-
yeah.
My wife
And
got me a new watch for my birthday.
Tiffany's also got a nice new watch.
Because my birthday is in 2 days, and she said, "What do you really want?" And like months ago, and I was like, "I really want a new Apple Watch."
Daisy's been putting W's in the chat.
Yeah, Daisy on Instagram. Thank you. W's for the watch. But it's your birthday this week.
It is on Sunday.
Oh my gosh. So we kind of celebrated your birthday early.
We've been
Because-
celebrating my birthday for like a week.
No, you deserve that. I think it looks like Halloween. Thank you, Mia. Yeah, I appreciate that. It is kind of Halloweenish. That's fair. I
Which
can
is
do
your
that.
wife's favorite holiday.
Yeah, that's true.
So, there
So
you
it's
go.
it's a nod to her.
It's appropriate.
Yeah. So we went to what? Okay, wait.
Back up.
Back up. We started celebrating your birthday on Wednesday. Why did we start celebrating your birthday on
Technically,
Wednesday?
I started celebrating my birthday last Saturday
Oh yeah, because you were up.
because my wife took me to St. George and we had lunch with my family.
Yeah.
With
How was
my-
that? You
was
better be nice right
amazing.
now because what if your
Daisy
family's
said-
watching?
Oh, it was
Daisy
amazing.
said the watch is very Grateful Dead vibes, and Tiffany's wife sounds awesome.
I didn't think about the
My
Grateful
wife
Dead
is
vibes.
awesome.
Guys, I'm
It's
a
got a
drummer in a
Grateful-
Grateful Dead band,
it's
so
got a
this is
Grateful Dead
totally
band.
fitting.
If it had one of the little Jerry Bears on it, then that'd be cool.
Stop
You
it.
get a Jerry Bear
I
watch.
want a Jerry Bear watch. Somebody write that down
That would
so
be
don't
cool.
forget. I
That'd be
want a Jerry Bear watch.
No, so last Saturday we went to St. George and we ate at Paula's. Paula's is like
Shout out to Paula's.
yeah, so good. It's like it's not my family restaurant, but it kind of is like my family restaurant.
Listen, I
Like my
think
parents had a
my
date there.
I think my parents got engaged there. If one of them's watching this right now,
They
and
did.
okay,
Yeah.
that was just confirmed. That I think my parents got engaged at Paula's
And it
restaurant.
was like that. My parents' first date was
That's
at
crazy.
Paula's, and so it's like we have just grown up eating there. So it was really funny. The
Yeah.
waitress came over to
Core-
take our order.
Core restaurant in Big. And what kind of food is Paula's? We gotta do
Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
It's not really Mexican food. It's not really It's
something,
its own little niche.
but it's delicious.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. So she comes over to take our order and she's like, "Okay, do you guys know what you want?" And we're like, "Yep." And my dad started. We just went around the table. We ordered by the combo
Not
number.
one menu.
Then she goes, "Your guys' menus are exactly," and I'm like, "We've known what we wanted since we decided to come here a week ago. I want a number 2. I want all ground beef, no onions. I want a number 21 steak." I was like, I don't have to look at the menu. I want spicy salsa. I want it all right here.
Okay, so you started celebrating your birthday last Saturday.
Yes. And then my wife took me to the Apple store on Sunday and got me my watch.
And then you got your big fancy
It
watch.
was really funny. She wanted it to be a surprise. So I had to wear a blindfold the whole way there.
You wore a blindfold?
The entire way there. I
Wait.
wore a blindfold.
More important, I think this means you let your wife drive.
I did let my wife
How was
drive.
that?
I had a blindfold on. No, I'm just kidding. I actually like playing passenger princess. I don't do it very
Virginia
often.
Marie,
Hey,
stop it. Oh my gosh, V, what's up? Hi. I know that name.
I know that.
Wow.
I thought for sure she'd be at like Coachella.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
There's so much we want to talk to you
I know.
about.
I want to talk to V now. Big shout out to V though, because we actually had the distinct pleasure of working with V
her
for a while.
yeah.
She worked with us here at the office doing surgeries.
And now she's killing it as a war tech.
Yeah, she's amazing. Oh my gosh, how fun that she's here.
So cool.
So nice to see you. All right, Kate, with your birthday.
So blindfold all the way to the Apple store, and we had to circle around looking for a parking spot a couple of times. So I had a kind of a hint of where we were, but not really because I couldn't see.
Did you wear a blindfold into the store?
Yes.
Oh, you're such a nerd.
Yes.
You guys are so nerdy.
So
I
then
could
she
never do that.
led me, and it was so
No
funny
way,
because
Jose.
she's like, step up. Okay, now, and she was like holding my hand really tight, and I have trust issues.
Yes.
I don't like not being able to see what we're doing. So yeah.
Love you guys.
Yes. I love that. So yeah, we walk in there, and then this nice man child. He's
At
like,
what point did you get to take the blindfold off?
once we walked in the store.
Okay, so you got to watch.
Yeah.
Because we have to hurry. This thing starts in 1
Yeah,
minute.
we gotta do
Well,
an
what's
We
intro.
gotta do an intro and
What's
talk-
so cool is that you get the watch, but then you can customize the band,
Which is really cool.
which is really cool. So yeah, and then Wednesday,
What happened on Wednesday for your birthday?
I got surprised with a jersey, with a Golden Knights jersey, and then we went to the Golden Knights game.
And the Knights
and
won.
They won.
4-1. It was
And
great. It was a fun game.
Their last home game, they won, and they scored 2 goals in the last period. So we got free tacos yesterday. And just so you know, the Taco Bell that I went to didn't take my tickets, so I could have gone anywhere and got more.
But
free
because you're
tacos.
honest, you didn't.
Because I was tired, I went home.
Okay, so it is now time to start our live event. So welcome to the people who are here already. Thank you. Thanks for being on time. I am Dr. Emett, and we are located in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is
Tiffany.
what's your last name?
I'm Dr. Emmett's assistant.
Dr. Tiffany Terry.
Dr. Tiffany Terry.
No,
My brother's watching this right now. The actual Dr. Terry. He's gonna send me a text message.
that'd be funny.
You do not.
And so we are in Las Vegas. What's the name of our practice?
All Out Dental.
And what do we do at All Out Dental?
We only do the 3-on-6 full mouth restoration.
That's it. And
That's it.
it was fun the other day. We figured out we've done over 150 of these.
Yes. Yeah.
We've done nothing but this exclusively now for over 2 years.
Yep. Shut
So,
everything else off and
yeah.
just
We eat, breathe, and sleep 3-on-6. And everybody at the office, that's all we do. It's all we talk about. So it's kind of fun if you call the front desk, you call in to ask a question. They don't go, wait, I think we do that here. Or, oh, I'm not
Oh,
sure.
let me find out.
We just have to get you scheduled.
Yeah.
Everybody on
let
the
me
team.
get the
can-
girl that's in charge of that. We're all in charge
Yeah.
of that.
So anyway, that's all we do here. And I have to hold this up right now because I'm going to get in trouble from Bailey if I don't. Thank you, Bailey. So please find us and follow us on all of these platforms.
Reddit, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube,
you know that-
Instagram.
Did you know we had a video this last week that went viral?
Isn't the one of me yelling at you?
Yes.
Yeah.
It got like how many views?
13,000.
13,000 views
13,000?
with it.
Okay, so in the chat below, if you want to see me yell at Dr. Emett more, hit up with W's.
No, you can't ask for stuff like that. They all want you to yell at me more. So anyway, that was kind of fun. We had a video go live or
to
kind
make.
of viral. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun video to make. We kept giggling. We had to film it
We
so
had to
many
film it a
times.
few
we were
times.
laughing, but-
And then we had the other thing I didn't realize is I said to Bailey the other day, I was like,
Bailey does all of our media.
Oh, yeah,
by the way.
Bailey's
Just
behind the
say
camera
Bailey.
back
Bailey's
here.
behind the camera. She does all of our media.
I was like, I get kind of sad sometimes. We're doing these live events and I'll see like, oh, there's like 27 people that are watching. And I'm like, That's not
Yeah.
that many people.
Mhm.
And she assured me that our last video got like 400 plays within like a day. So and we even got some messages this morning from
Yeah.
people like, I can't make
can't
it.
make
Here's my
it.
question. I can't tune in live. And so I felt better about that.
Yeah.
That every week there's hundreds of people that are watching these live events. So they are live though. This is happening right now on April 17th at 12 o'clock PST.
We have.
You don't call me out for
can I
that?
chat on you?
That's
So
fine.
Dr. Emett did a video yesterday, and he was at his desk, and he was like, "Hey everybody, today is
That's bad.
April 16th, and Thursday, April 16th," and it just felt like a captain's log. Like captain's log, we've been 5 days without provisions. So then on the way home,
You guys
Daisy
make
was
fun of
like,
me.
"You have to remake this video right now," because she's like, "Your best friend made it look like we were sad," and so I was like, "All right."
I don't know.
So
what
I
headspace
had to
was
get
in.
I had to get real
Okay.
real hyped up about it. But it was really funny.
But this is a live event. So
Live
the reason we're telling you that is as we're discussing our topic today, if you have a question, ask it. There's no such thing as there's some really dumb questions.
There's
But
no such
there-
thing as a dumb
There's
question.
no such thing as a question that we won't answer
Yes.
theoretically. So if you have a question, ask it because we'd be happy to answer it for you right now. But we also have a list of questions that were submitted ahead of time, and we will try to get to all of these questions today as well. It is a lot. But what is today's topic? What is the main topic of today?
The difference between an all on X or all on 4 and 3 on 6.
So we've strategized about how we're going to break this down
Yeah.
and make it
Strategy.
so it doesn't get too confusing. So in full disclosure, in my entire career, I've done less than a handful of all on X. That's the truth. I just don't do them. However, in Tiffany's career,
Lots of them.
hundreds of all
Hundreds
on
and
X.
hundreds of them. Yeah.
She worked with a very busy oral surgeon years and years ago that did a lot of all on X, and she was a key part of that team.
That was the only surgical procedure I did. So I did all of like the consultations, but the only surgical procedure that I was actually physically a part of were the
all on
X.
X's? Okay.
Mhm.
So
I
what,
didn't do wisdom teeth and single implants and all of that. I did before I was the implant coordinator,
Okay.
but
then it was just all
then
on
it
X.
was just all on X.
So what we're going to do today is she is going to take the role of all on X, all on 4, all on. You're going to go over everything all on. I won't talk about all on.
Okay.
And then I'm going to talk about everything 3 on 6. So as we go through these questions, you're going to now the other thing I want to be very careful about today is I am not trying to just put down all on X.
This is purely educational.
Yeah, this is purely educational. We're just going to give you facts and we're going to help you become better educated about the options that are out there for dentistry.
You have a question already, and I think it's important that we
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me finish my sentence and we're going
finish
to
your
answer that
sentence,
question.
and then
Okay.
we'll get to that.
So the point of what I'm saying is it's going to be a little biased. We're a 3 on 6 office,
Mhm.
but my intent is not to come across bias. I'm not trying to make it like this one's only bad. All on X has its place and it's been around for a long time. There's a lot of very, very satisfied patients that have an all on X or an all on 4. So I want to make sure we've addressed that right up in the very beginning. I'm not trying to fear monger.
Well, there's varying degrees of all on X as
Yes.
far as like,
Yeah.
wow, this one's really great,
Yeah.
and this one's could have been improved upon. So yes.
So our intent today is not just to like put one down versus the other, but just be purely educational. So feel free to call us out and bring something up because that's my intent for this whole thing. I just want to provide the education. Okay, so there's a question here, and then we're going to get right into it. Michelle, would it be best to have my teeth pulled and bone grafts with a T done before dental implants, and if not, why so? For 3 on 6. Michelle, because you asked a question, I'm going to answer it right now, but the answer is not generally. We want to do it all in the same procedure because when we pull the teeth for 3 on 6, we also bone graft at the same time. And we want to preserve as much of your bone architecture as possible. So it's way better to have us pull your teeth and do one surgery, put the implants in, bone graft around that, and then we can contour your bone perfectly for where the bridge is going to go. Even if you get some bone grafting at the time of your full mouth extractions, you'll lose a little bit of height, you'll lose a little bit of width down to where that bone grafting is. So it's always better to have it done at one procedure.
You'll also lose your soft tissue contour.
Yeah.
So
And the soft tissue really
Yes.
matters. So it's better to get it done at once. But good question. Michelle, feel free to send us a direct
DM.
message, DM, private message, or call the office because we'd love to talk to you specifically about it, but I hope that helps.
I think that's one of the biggest. We have when patients call and they're like, "Oh, it'll be cheaper, right? Because I already have my teeth out." It actually can make it much more complicated
It can be a
because
harder
you're
surgery.
you're now trying to rebuild the soft tissue that is just healed into like a little dome. Like it's not formed around teeth anymore. So it's actually more complicated
Yeah.
once your teeth are out. And that
Michelle
sort of
says,
thing.
yes, it does. Good. Okay. All right. So feel free to ask more
Aw,
questions.
Thanks, Rhonda. It's
Oh,
my
Rhonda.
birthday. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday like the
Listen,
entire
her
month.
actual birthday is
It's
on Sunday.
Yeah.
So she's just enjoying the birthday
I'm
train
a 19th
right now.
baby, but yes, I love celebrating my birthday. I celebrate my half birthday
Grandpa just
also. So
joined. Too late for
What's
the Paula's question.
Too
Oh
late
my
for the
gosh.
Paula's
Okay,
question.
check this out, you guys. I'm interrupting our live event right now. This is a true story. My dad just joined the live event. And if you
That's
remember
awesome.
about 5 minutes ago, hi Dad, I said, I think my parents got engaged at Paula's. And she was at Paula's last weekend, and her parents, one of their first dates was at Paula's. So Dad, if you can confirm this or not, did you get engaged at Paula's restaurant? Or am I making that up
And
in my
if
head?
not, why not?
And if not, where? Anyway, so when my dad replies to that, we will add that back in. Okay, so all on X versus 3 on 6.
Yes.
You are all on X, I'm 3 on 6.
Yes.
Why is it called an all on X?
So it's called an all on X because it originally was called an all on 4. However, all on 4 is a trademarked, it's not a trademark procedure, it's a trademark term that is owned by a implant company. So a lot of doctors said, oh, well, I don't want to use that implant. So instead of doing an all on 4, I'll do an all on blank, all on X. So 4 implants, 5 implants, 6 implants, all on X. So
And can those implants be any brand of implant?
any brand. So all on 4 was trademarked by Nobel Biocare, which is now Brainmark, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So yeah,
Okay, good
they're not
answer.
they're not even
Okay,
owned by their.
You handled that really well. Bailey, you have an update for us.
Scott said it's one of our favorite places. We did not get engaged there, but I asked her mom and dad if I could marry her at
Oh,
Knew
there
that.
you
Okay.
go. There was something.
My dad-
There was something.
My dad did not get engaged at Paula's. He asked his in-laws, future in-laws, if he could marry their daughter at Paula's.
There you go.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you for
There you go.
confirming.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
That's so funny because you just said her, and for some reason I pictured your wife's parents, and I was like, nope, that's not
No.
right. No, hold on, that's not right. Bring that back.
Okay.
All right.
But
Dr.
what
Emett.
does it mean? Hold on. Mia Huff just said, but what does it mean? What does all on X mean? Explain that.
All of your teeth, I'll show you this. All of your teeth are on X implants, 4 implants, 5 implants, 6 implants, whatever
So
the
all
the
on
number
means
is.
one
One
solid
bridge on
on implants.
4, 6. I mean, we've had patients come in that have 8 implants on top, and I'm like,
Yeah.
those are close to
So
ready.
that's what an all on X means.
Yes.
Okay. Show the model.
All of your teeth on X amount of implants.
And we wanted to show the model. So show that better. Hold that up there. And
I have
would
the-
you consider this? I'm going to hold this here.
I would consider this a very well done all on X.
Can you
Trying to
guys see that Instagram?
face.
Yeah,
The problem is it's trying to see my face.
Oh,
Let's do this.
I don't know how to-
All on X.
so tell me some unique characteristics about that thing you're holding right now. The
This
all on X.
has the teeth, but also has the gums. Something else to kind of look at. We got to get better at this.
I know.
It's a
I don't know how to do this.
it's a flat surface on top. So one thing that's
What do you mean on top?
on top of the bridge itself, this is flat. So your gum tissue would sit about here. And so it's flat against flat. And there's always, I will challenge anyone to this, always a gap between this and your natural gums.
Yeah.
I have never, ever in 15 years of doing dentistry seen one that is against the gum tissue. There's always a
There's
gap.
always a gap.
It may be very small.
Okay.
there's
Why would
always a
that gap matter?
Because
Why does that?
food, bacteria, and just gunk gets stuck. When you take these out to get cleaned once a year, there is quite a bit of gunk that gets built up here, which is why it has to come out, why it has to be cleaned at a dental office at least once a year. You cannot keep it clean. You no matter how much water picking, and there's going to be stuff that's just going to get stuck there. So
Okay, so you got to talk about an all-on-X.
so what is a 3-on-6?
Well, I'm just going to show what a 3-on-6 is now. So put this behind it, see if that.
Remember, you can always pick the camera up off of the computer.
Oh, I don't know if I'm that fancy,
Yeah,
baby.
you'll drop it.
So this is a bridge for a 3-on-6 patient,
That is, yep.
and
Final bridge.
it is just the size of the teeth, and there is no pink fake gum material. Why am I so bad at this?
You want me to hold this?
I don't know what I want.
Here,
It's
I'm gonna hold
backwards,
this.
like on the camera view, so it's
Yeah,
totally
I'm
weird.
gonna hold this.
So that is a 3-on-6. It is still made out of zirconia. It's made out of the same material,
Mhm.
but there's just no pink gum material. It's just the width and the size of the teeth. So that is how a 3-on-6 might look different than what you're talking about today.
Yes.
Okay, Michelle McLean, another question. Regarding 3-on-6, do people have a problem with their gums receding and having a gap between their teeth and their gums? I've seen people online having this issue, and does that get corrected?
That's a,
Yeah, let's answer. I mean,
I would say, yeah, it's kind of a
it's worth
kind of a
answering.
2-step answer.
I get to answer it. It's a 3-on-6
Yeah.
question. You're the all-on-X girl. Okay, so
I'll just go, guys.
anybody who has full mouth reconstruction of any kind can have some gum recession. We do a lot of things in the beginning to try to prevent it, and it's mostly prevented by hygiene and at-home maintenance. How well are you taking care of it and keeping it clean? That would be the general rule for like 95% of cases. There are some cases where just the design of the prosthetic or the patient's bone architecture, where we can even start cases with a little bit of silver showing through. That's pretty uncommon with a 3-on-6. Just telling you right now, it's pretty uncommon, but it can happen. But soft tissue, your gums, aren't going to recede on their own without something causing it. So the gums will always follow the bone. So are you losing some bone because you're not keeping it clean? So if you get a little bit of bacteria in there and you're not keeping it clean and the bone gets inflamed and irritated, it will recede away from the irritant, and then the gum tissue will follow it. So if we're seeing that, that typically means there's an opportunity for an improvement and something to be changed. Now, there are some things you can do post-surgical to fix that. We can do some soft tissue grafting. You can do some of those things in the future. But every one of those are very, very case unique. I can tell you that there are rare times that you have silver showing through anywhere on a 3-on-6. And I can tell you that in those areas, most of the time it's not an issue. It's only an issue if it's not being cleaned, and that's what's causing it, and you're getting some additional recession around that implant.
Yeah.
God, I hope I answered that right.
I think some of the stuff that you see, like especially on the Facebook page, a lot of those patients are still in their first set of temporaries.
Oh, good
There's
catch.
going to be gaps under your first temporaries most of the time. Your second set of temporaries is when we tuck them up into the gums a little bit further and finish the contour of the soft tissue and the gum tissue. So, because there was someone posted on there, I think 2 days ago, and was like, "Is this normal? I have this gap," and I was like, "You're still in your surgery temps. That's totally normal. It's going to be corrected." So it's predicted healing, but not, you can't 100% know where the gums are going to heal to.
Yeah.
So
We got
Good catch.
an Instagram question.
Instagram question. Let's have it.
From Monica. What is the difference between 3-on-6 and FP1?
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Good question.
That's an
I love that
educated
she knows
patient.
what FP1 is. Following the 3-on-6 Facebook page for a long time. These are just a couple of concerns.
We'll
I
answer
know
this
I need to
one
come
first.
and
We're
see
getting
you.
sidetracked.
Okay, we'd love to see you, Michelle. Okay, we got a question from Monica, and it was, what is a 3-on-6 versus an FP1? This is actually a question we were going to get to, but it's clear down at the very bottom. We're gonna put it in right now. So to answer your question, Monica, we're going to talk about FP1, FP2, and FP3, what those terms mean. FP1 stands for fixed prosthetic 1, fixed prosthetic 2, fixed prosthetic 3. And these are the textbook terms. Now, the common names that you'll hear, FP1 is a 3-on-6, FP2, I don't know, there's a common name.
It's
It's like a hybrid out there. FP3 is an all-on X, an all-on 4, an all-on whatever.
Insert term here.
Yeah, that's the common names, but FP1 can, in a sense, mean a 3-on-6 and vice versa. Now, some differences are we like our patients to be in segmented bridges, which means we'd like you to be in 3-piece bridges, 4-piece bridges, 2-piece bridges. We really want to make an effort to get your bridge into separate segments. Is that always possible? No, it's not. I have some patients that are in a single piece FP1. And when that happens, by the definition, so it would look like this. It would look like this, Monica, right on my armpit. The Instagram camera is sitting up above this camera, so I don't need to do that. Anyway, it looks like this. That would be a true definition of an FP1. It means one solid bridge and no pink gum tissue. Okay. Now, what makes 3-on-6 unique in the world of FP1 is that we are segmenting these bridges. And there's good research and there's good reason to segment bridges if we can. We get little micro movement on the pieces of the bridge. And I want you to think about if we broke our arm today, we went to the emergency room, they're going to put us in a cast, but they're not going to leave that cast on there forever. They're going to leave that cast on there for 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I'm not a broken arm doctor, so I don't know. They're going to leave it on there for, they're going to leave it on there for some period of time. They're going to take it off. When we put you into one solid piece, that's like a cast. That's your splint. It's holding it all in one place. But what we know now is that when we segment it into smaller pieces, there's some advantages to the patient. We get some micro movement on the implants that creates more bone turnover and stronger bone. That repairing bone is stronger. Just like your broken arm, the bone that repaired that place is actually stronger bone than the surrounding bone. It's scar tissue bone. So we get some micro movement around the implants, which will increase its strength. You also get that micro movement. So when you bite together and chew, it's more of a natural chewing sensation. You can feel the teeth slightly move against your gums. You can feel that in your mouth when you chew together. So there's advantages to a true 3-on-6 is unique in the world of FP1, but it is an FP1 procedure. Wow, that was long-winded.
That was long-winded.
Brandon.
Oh, Brandon, he's eating ice cream. Good job. Eat all the ice cream you can.
Yeah, eat some ice cream. Okay, so that would be.
He's your ice baby.
Yeah.
He's taking it very seriously. The ice baby.
He's
I like it.
serious.
I like it.
So that would be FP1. So FP, and I'm going to let you talk about FP3, but FP2 is just a hybrid between FP1 and FP3. Yes. So maybe we might have the teeth a little bit longer, or we might even put some pink material on the top of the tooth, but it's still shaped like a tooth. It's still
into the gums.
In your gums and interacting with your gums, and it looks like it grew there instead of just being fake material and then a flat line.
Yes.
And now I'll stop talking. Your turn, FP3.
JMO says hi.
Oh, what's up, JMO? She's shooting a video right now.
She's shooting a video
for us up in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So FP1, just the teeth, right? No pink gums. We talked about that. And then FP2, longer teeth, possibly a little bit of pink, still tucked up in. And we kind of already talked about this. FP3, it's got all the fake gums, and it's a flat line. So no tucking up into the gum tissue. No. It has to come out to get clean. We're not talking bad about it. It has to come out to get clean in comparison to FP1, which would stay in place for your cleanings, all that good stuff. So we kind of already talked about that.
Yeah. So to answer your question, 3-on-6 is a FP1 type prosthetic.
Yes.
And that would be what makes 3-on-6 even unique inside of the FP1 world.
Yes.
But that's where it gets a little confusing. And believe me, when I first started getting into this, I was confused. I have a brother that's a dentist, and I was trying to explain it to him one day, and I was making both of us confused.
Yeah.
So for a patient out there, it is confusing. That's the basics that you need to know, and from there you'll be totally fine.
You guys can't see the desk in our consultation room is actually glass because Dr. Emett will frequently draw, and he'll be like, "Okay, this is FP1," and we'll like, "This is FP3," and he says he's a bad artist. He's not. He can draw really pretty. Yeah, makes it look like teeth, but we frequently have that conversation with patients, what the difference between FP1, 2, and 3 are. So
Okay, this next question said, just like you had to answer why it's called an all-on-4, why is it called a 3-on-6? So we had a whole podcast, a whole live event about this just a few weeks ago, where we talked about what makes a 3-on-6 a 3-on-6. Ideally, we want 6 implants or more. The more implants, not indefinitely, but sometimes more implants creates more stability. So the generalized rule here is 3-on-6 is 6 implants. So it's 3 bridges on 6 implants. Now there's something called a 3-on-6 plus, which is where you have 8 implants. And so that's just some more stability points, but we're not going to get into the details of who is and isn't a candidate for a 3-on-6 plus, but just that's an option.
Go back and watch that video.
Yeah, go back and find that. It took us an hour to explain it all.
It took us an hour to explain it.
But that's why we call it a 3-on-6, is 6 implants with 3 bridges on top. Now, that being said, I have many patients with 7 implants, 8 implants, 9 implants, 5 implants. I don't think I have anybody with 4.
No.
But I have plenty of patients
Quite a
with
few
5
with
and
5.
6. And it all depends on
Mostly
every
with 6.
case is unique. Every patient's different. Okay.
Quite a few with 8.
How long, let's break this down, not just the surgery. I want to start to talk about the surgery. It says, the question is, how long does each procedure take? How about we start with the workflow? So
Like the initial,
yeah, let's say
startup.
that somebody came in the office and said, I want an all on X. Your turn. You talk about all on X, then I'll do the 3-on-6.
The actual startup is pretty similar. Are you talking a guided all on X or a non-guided all on
This is
X?
so hard.
Let's just say
Let's
non-guided.
assume it's a non-guided.
Let's just say non-guided.
Let's assume non-guided.
There are offices all over the country that can get you in for surgery tomorrow for an all on X.
Today.
Today.
You come in the morning
right
and you
now.
say, I want an
Yeah.
all on X, and they'll take you back and do it.
There's not a lot of workup. There's not a lot of planning. You just take the x-rays, take the patient back, put them to sleep, and we'll get into what happens unless you want me to do that now.
Well, why is there not a lot of planning required for an all on X?
Because you don't really worry as much where the implants are, because you're not as worried about where the soft tissue is, because you're going to replace the soft tissue with the fake gums on the prosthesis.
Yeah.
So the pre-planning that goes into an all on X is minimal, very, very minimal.
Yeah.
A lot of them, especially patients that have dentures, those are like easy peasy as far as an all on X, because you're actually going to take the patient's existing denture and drill holes in it where the implants are and attach the denture to the implants.
Yeah.
We did that in the oral surgery office. We did that 9 out of 10 times. It was, yeah, I got very, very good at it. Very, very, very good at it. But there's not a lot of pre-planning because it doesn't really matter where the implants are as long as they're in there and they can hold the denture in place, hold the teeth in place.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about 3-on-6.
Yes.
Big difference here. When we do a 3-on-6, we plan it prosthetic down. Means we put the teeth digitally in the most ideal place in your mouth, and then we plan the implant, the exact depth, angle, everything about that implant to come out in the ideal location on the tooth while engaging the most ideal bone in your mouth. So it's all planned. So our planning, I'll spend hours ahead of time planning out 3-on-6 cases.
Yeah.
Shout out to Whitney and the lab and all of the team. When I say
she's watching because she's getting ready she's packing for
Whitney's
Mexico right now.
Whitney's up there. Shout out to Whitney. So
Hi, Whitney.
here's the thing. When I say I will spend hours, the team spends many, many hours, and they just give it to me once it's like all ready and we make little adjustments, and it still takes time. But the point is it's all strategically planned from the beginning so that when we do the case, every implant, we know exactly where it's going to go, where it's ending up in the best bone. But I think more importantly is we're making it so that the holes in your teeth come out exactly in the tooth itself. And that's what keeps the 3-on-6 the width of your teeth and makes it so they look like they grew there.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that does that. Okay.
There's some other pictures on our phone.
How long does surgery take?
All on X surgery, the fastest all on X surgery for full mouth I was ever a part of was 3 hours long.
Why is that so fast?
because you don't care what you're doing to the bone. So you go in, you put the patient to sleep. We never intubated a patient so we didn't have the tube down your nose and securing your airway. It was slightly scary. You go in and you take the teeth out by any means necessary. When you're going to remove the bone anyway, it doesn't matter how much of it you break out because you're about to remove a huge chunk of it anyway. So the doc I worked for never did what we call a bone trophy, where you actually cut the bone above where the roots of the teeth are. It's like a roots like this, and you would just cut the bone up above it. He never did that. As far as all-on-X docs, he was very conservative, in my opinion, compared to some other ones I've assisted on with other doctors.
Yeah.
But you just take the teeth out and then you remove, it was 15 millimeters of bone from the edge of the front teeth up into the bone, 15 millimeters. And if you don't know how much a millimeter is, that's about.
Well, 1 millimeter is not a lot, but you've put 15 of them together.
15 of them together is quite a bit.
That's a
so 15 millimeters of bone, make it flat.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
make it flat.
when we do a 3-on-6 procedure, not only do we have to traumatically extract the teeth, which takes time.
Longer than doing the implant.
Yeah, my surgery this week,
Longer doing the
I
implant.
took longer taking out teeth. My patient who had surgery this week may or may not be in this chat. I took more time taking out the teeth surgically and selectively and carefully to preserve all of the bone and architecture than I did placing implants.
There was 2 teeth on top you took longer taking out than all of the implants on the bottom.
Probably. So the point is we're doing it in a much more conservative and predictive way. Okay. So that would be the difference. Now, surgery for 3-on-6, my average surgical time, we can look this up and verify it, right now is about 6 hours.
It's like 6 hours, like 6 hours and 12 minutes.
Cool.
If I average it out, it's like 6 hours and 12
Now we have some cases that'll end up in the 5-hour range. We'll have some that end up in the 7-hour uncommonly, but it's really average right about that 6-hour mark. Yeah. So it's about double the surgery time. Mm-hmm. But my surgery takes longer than an all-on-X because my patients wake up with teeth in their mouth. And this is significant. Yes. It's not that going without teeth overnight is the end of the world. Don't get hung up on that. But what matters is when we put your bridge in, I suture your teeth.
Me and Bailey are making faces at each other. She's like, I don't want to wake up without teeth.
I suture your soft tissue, your gums, to the teeth. And that is how we make it look like they grew there. It's going to create this perfect contour of your gums all the way across. And it's going to heal by secondary intention, which is a fancy word for by scar tissue, which is a fancy way to say it's stronger gums inside your mouth. Yeah. So I have to design your bridges, approve the design. My staff has to print the bridges. We have to make them, and then we have to put those in while you're asleep.
Say all before you wake up.
So that all just takes some time. You don't really want to be awake while I'm suturing your gums and doing all this. It's just nice to wake up with your teeth in your mouth. That's a big advantage, in my opinion. Yes. So I'm getting, Bailey, do you have a question on Instagram?
No, you're halfway through.
Oh, we're halfway through.
So I would like you to do a re-intro.
We're going to have to speed up because I could do this all day. Okay. Guys, I'm Dr. Emmett in Las Vegas, Nevada at All Out Dental. This is...
I'm Tiffany. I'm Dr. Emmett's assistant.
Tiffany Terry. And if somebody wanted to call us and schedule a consultation.
702-710-9006. Full disclosure, our phones are off until the 27th of April.
Because we're going to Cancun this week.
But leave a message. The front office is going to be checking voicemails and sending text messages and things like that while we're gone.
Yeah. Full disclosure, we're going for 3-on-6. It's the summit.
The summit.
I'm teaching at the summit. Yeah. So anyway.
I'm just spoiled and get to go.
Find us on these channels. Hundreds,
Facebook, TikTok,
hundreds
Instagram,
of videos on YouTube. Answer lots of questions. Did I do a good job, Bailey? Okay, back to education. All right, education. So
in comparison to waking up with teeth for a 3-on-6.
What do you wake up with an all-on-X?
Never had a patient wake up with their teeth for an all-on-X ever. Did we have patients go home in the evening with their teeth? Yes, all the time. Most of the time, though, they came back the next day and we put their teeth in then.
Hence the phrase, teeth in a day. You don't get them the same day with All-on-X. You get them the next
within
day.
24 hours. So it's within a day. Many times the lab technician that we used
And you guys had a small lab with a very good lab technician.
Oh, I loved our lab
I know your lab
technician.
technician.
Yeah, I loved our lab technician.
He was very
I texted with him not that long ago about horses.
Horses.
It wasn't even about lab. Yeah, but he would go back and he would completely remake the teeth with all the components for the actual implants. And then the patient would either come back later that evening. Those days were really long. I mean, we were placing the teeth at 7 o'clock at night, or they would come back the next morning. The biggest disadvantage to that is you're not numb anymore.
Yeah.
So many times you're now awake and we're having to get you numb because your soft tissue is upset and inflamed.
Had a major
It just
surgery
went through
yesterday.
surgery. Yeah, it just went through surgery. So and now we're trying to get the little pieces down on the other little pieces just right, and the little tiny screws that you use. We showed how big the prosthetic screws are in another live.
Yeah.
They're itty bitty. Your jaw's tired and sore. You don't want to open
Right. Imagine having surgery today and then come back tomorrow and you have to open your mouth and hold it open while we put your teeth in.
Well, and it's not this. We're not putting this in. We're not putting this tiny little thing in. We're putting this giant thing in. So you have to open quite a ways. Lots of times we would put them in, we'd get the bite adjusted. We'd give you a mirror and you look at it and you're crying and you're so happy. And I always wondered, are you crying because you're in pain? Or are you crying because you're actually happy that you have teeth? Because I would be willing to bet most of the time I was like, I just want to go home. Yeah.
Okay.
Very different as far as the experience for the patient waking up with teeth.
Okay. So we've talked about that. Next one. What do you mean by bone removal? How many millimeters of bone are removed for an All-on-X?
It's 15 millimeters from the edge of your front teeth up into the bone. So actual bone removal usually was, I mean, the most I ever charted was about 12 millimeters.
It's a lot of bone.
It's a lot of bone. That's a lot of bone. But you have to make space for the
we have a question I missed. I'll get it.
You have to make space for the fake gum tissue.
Yeah.
You're making space for what you're removing, which never mind.
Okay.
Yeah,
answer the question. Good job. Okay. I'm going to answer a question now from Virginia. What kind of implant system and materials do you use for the 3-on-6? What features of that system help you choose the system? Does the final bridge get installed immediately, or does a temporary bridge get put in for a few months? Beautiful. Okay. So there are there's over 40 3-on-6 providers now across the country. Most of them are either using BioHorizons or TRI implants.
Or Neonet.
And we have some that are on Neonet.
Quite a few.
And some might even use some variations, but the point is it's all the very top implants that are on the market. Why would an office choose to use one over the other? It's experience. I've placed thousands of BioHorizon implants, and that's just what feels good in my hands. A surgical preference, experience preference. There can be a lot of things that go into why a particular office or provider may select a specific type of implant to use. As a general rule, over 99% of these are all titanium implants. Let's see, what features to help you pick and choose that system? Honestly, 3-on-6 helped me pick and choose the system, because when I came into 3-on-6, they were big advocates, and they still are, of the BioHorizon surgical kit. And I've used it so much, I'm just really fast at it, and I like using it. So I like that kit.
BioHorizons did a great job adding a couple of things.
Yep,
and
some specialized things for us.
FP1,
yeah,
which was really handy.
Yeah,
really handy. Yeah.
And does a patient get immediately or temporary bridge? You get a temporary bridge. The first teeth we give you, we just call them your healing teeth. You wear them for 4 months. It's while your soft tissue is healing and the implants are healing. Then we take that bridge out. We make another bridge for you that's another temporary, purely cosmetic. We're closing off the gaps. We're changing any spaces and shapes. We're doing anything we want to change to the teeth, because when we order your finals, there'll be a copy of your second set of temporaries or your last set of temporaries. So we do that purely as a cosmetic, but by that point, your implants are osseointegrated and healed, and your soft tissue is healed. So now we're just making them beautiful.
Making them perfect.
Yeah, good question, V. Appreciate that. Okay, next question on our list here that we need to go through. So, can you go from a denture to an all-on-X?
Yes.
Can you go from an all-on-X to a 3-on-6?
Sometimes.
Do we have patients who have ever gone from a all-on-X to a 3-on-6?
Yes.
In fact, we have pictures right now we could show.
Yes.
Do we ever have patients who go from a denture to a 3-on-6?
All the time.
Okay. So
Our surgery in 2 weeks is going from 3 weeks is going from one to the other.
yeah,
Our patient earthquake. Our patient who has, it's not that one, it's the other one. Our patient who, the one that we're going to show the picture of, she had an all-on-X done, and then came to the office and said, I hate it. And she was still in temporaries. And Dr. Emett said, get into your finals. Make sure that the finals don't change.
yeah,
your
because
mind.
what if in your
'Cause you've
finals
already
they can
paid
fix
for
it?
them.
And
Yeah.
what if they end up taking care of it for you?
Yeah, she was in her finals, I think 2 months, and then was like, no.
That, ladies and gentlemen,
Change the brightness.
how do I zoom
maybe.
over better?
Right there. Go
Change your
closer.
brightness, maybe.
Yeah, change your
On my
brightness
phone?
on your phone.
Yeah, on your
Yeah.
phone.
Like lighter or darker?
Darker.
Darker.
There we go.
That
There we go.
is
That is
an
an all-on-X.
all-on-X. So you can see the pink material and how it was in her mouth.
This patient was
Let's see.
she came in for kind of a second opinion.
Oh, here's her finals in an all-on-X. Because I made her go get her finals. I said, listen, go. Mia Huff said, can't see. Okay, well,
They can see it on Instagram.
Instagram. Hey, Insta, can you see?
So you can see it better on there now.
Sorry, Mia. Use your eyes. Oh, I'm kidding. I wonder if I turn like super bright and see.
Super bright is what washed it out.
Mia, does that help at all?
So that's the
Oh.
patient's finals
That they got
that
with
they
their
got
all-on-X.
with their all-on-X, and then came back. I think within like 6 weeks,
Fine.
8 weeks. Funny story. Her son-in-law has a 3-on-6.
There's the 3-on-6 right now.
I freaking love her.
I don't know if she. Oh, this is such a fun picture. That is the top 3-on-6 in that patient.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that it's just the implants coming out, just the width of the teeth. And let me find what she came from before that for comparison.
Covered up.
If we can do that exact same photo.
That's from. I sent it to you in the other.
Oh, but that does right
it
there.
is.
Look how thick that bridge was before. See how there's pink material up on her actual palate and in her mouth? Oh, it's actually on the lower. That prosthetic was that thick, where now the screw holes are just in the teeth, where before it's clear back behind the teeth. So that whole thing in their mouth has to be very thick to make up for the placement of the implants not being planned from the beginning.
I think it's important. If you imagine when you get like a popcorn kernel stuck and your tongue cannot leave it alone, it cannot leave the popcorn kernel alone. So imagine having that intruding into the space where your tongue is supposed to be. It's her whole thing was she can't say Sylvester.
Yeah.
She was actually like,
I want to say Sylvester, and
Yeah.
she's like,
there was another word that she couldn't say, but we can't say it on.
She's like, I want to say Sylvester, but by the time she's done, she's like, Sylvester. Yeah.
She wanted to call her kids and be like, guess what I can say now? So
Yeah,
it was very, very, very different.
So we got down this pathway by, can you go from one of these things to the other? Have you ever heard of or been I'm never aware of a patient that's gone from a 3-on-6 to anything.
No.
I mean, but this is an important concept. I want to bring it up.
Yeah.
One of the questions that's in here is, how long does the 3-on-6 last?
As long as you take care of it.
So I get to answer that. You have to answer. So how long does an all-on-X last? And be
It depends on
legitimate.
which research study you show. So
How long does it last?
Currently, I believe they want it to last 10 to 15 years, is what I've heard. 10 to 15
Can
years.
an all-on X last the rest of my life?
Yes.
Yes, of course it
Of
can.
course it can.
An
But
all-on
they
X can last the
consider
rest of
it
my life.
successful if it lasts longer than 10 years.
Okay. Now I'm going to tell you that the same thing applies to 3-on-6.
Yes.
No matter what we want to say, like we want to be like, oh my gosh, it's so much better all the way around. Guys, it's just implants in bone.
Same
So
concept.
if the main difference here is if somebody needs a revision. For example, I'm going to get my shoulder surgery done this year, and the surgeon looked me in the face and said, yeah, you'll probably be able to make it 10 or 12 years before you need a revision. And I'm like, a revision?
Because you're young.
I know. And he's like, yeah, it's like a whole shoulder replacement again. That's a possibility. Are revisions a possibility in full mouth reconstruction?
Of course.
Of course they are.
It's still the human body. It's still.
So
has its own
if I've
things.
gone in the beginning and removed 10, 12, 8, 7, whatever millimeters of bone, how easy is it to do a revision in the future?
Not very. I have seen patients that had their all-on-X done like 15 years ago, and then we saw them in the office, and their only option was denture.
Okay. So if somebody comes in and we do the most conservative thing possible, we don't remove any bone, we give them a 3-on-6, and let's say that in 15 years they needed a revision, I can't guarantee they'll have enough bone to do a revision at that time, but I can tell you the likelihood of it happening is far higher because we didn't start out by removing all of the bone. So if you needed a future revision, it would just make sense to have the more conservative procedure done in the beginning.
Right.
And by default and definition, which is more conservative?
3-on-6.
Yeah, 3-on-6.
The less removal, the better.
We just answered like 4 questions in a row.
And-
I put them all together.
Yeah, that was good. That was
Thanks.
good. And I think while we're talking about being conservative, your cleanings are much more conservative.
Nope, I get 3-on-6. Talk to us about having your all-on-X cleaned
Yeah.
and how often it should be cleaned and why.
I didn't like those days in clinic. So when you come in for an all-on-X cleaning,
Uh-huh.
you have to take out all the little screws. You can see.
So
those
how do you
holes.
take them out?
You have to drill out the filling, get down to the medical grade Teflon, take the Teflon out, untorque the little prosthetic screw, take
Okay.
them out. Whether that was 4 or 6, we did all on 4. We used the Nobel implants and all that, so we did all on 4. You had to take all the little screws out, and then you would take the teeth out, you take the whole prosthetic out, and I would just hand it to the girl that would take it to the magical Santa's workshop, and she would get it clean. In the meantime,
Do they stink?
yes, to high heaven.
They're
They're
so stinky,
very,
you
very
guys.
smelly.
Could you imagine having that in your mouth?
Yes. So
Okay.
a lot of patients,
your show, all-on-X.
a lot of patients would come in, and we recommended it once a year. A lot of patients would come in every 6 months.
How much did you charge to clean an all-on-X?
If it was full mouth, it was $1,200. $600 per art.
Okay. Now ask me.
Now that included if you needed a new screw. So if the little screw was torqued out,
Which are $35
which
a
are
piece right now for the ones
$35 a
we
piece.
use. Yeah, they're expensive.
the ones that we used back then were about $18.
Yeah.
But they stripped out. If you had to have like the little abutment piece replaced, that included that. We didn't have to replace the abutments very often,
Yeah.
but while the lab girl was cleaning it, making it all pretty, I would go in and clean around the abutments. Because one thing that I don't think is ever talked about is, yeah, this gets gunky, but the little abutment piece that the screw is through the teeth and
Yeah.
attached to, those got gunky. And the soft tissue around those was angry.
And that's
is a
in the patient's
nice way.
mouth.
Yes. So a lot of times now the docs have to come in and numb you up because your gum tissue's inflamed and Tiffany's being mean cleaning it. And
Okay, so facts. You guys wanted to clean them every 12 months and you charged $1,200 to clean an upper and lower.
yes.
Okay. 3-on-6. I want you to get these cleaned every 6 months.
Yep.
In 6 months, there's just not a lot of bad stuff that can happen. But in a year, if you have an implant that you're not cleaning well enough at home, I can see that in your mouth. I can see it on the x-ray. We can intervene earlier. So getting your teeth cleaned every 6 months makes sense. At my office in Las Vegas, we charge $150 per cleaning.
That's your cleaning, your exam, and your x-ray.
Yeah, that's all of it. The whole thing that you're going to need. the bridges do not need to come out. In fact, once I put your final bridges in, I don't ever want to take them out, but they are serviceable.
Yes.
So if we had to take out a 3-on-6 bridge, if we had to remove a bridge, we totally could, but it's not indicated for the cleaning appointments versus that one has to be, it's a pretty extensive procedure.
Well, the removal,
expensive.
The removal's the same. You draw out the little filling, you take out the medical grade Teflon.
Yeah, if I
you
had to take
out
one
the
out, it's the
screw.
same.
Yeah, it's
idea.
the same idea as far as that goes. But the difference is that your gums are happy and healthy.
Okay, so let's talk about another thing then.
Yes.
Let's talk about if you had to replace your All-on-X bridge. And right now, we're just going to make a generalized assumption across the board. These are all made out of very high grade, very high end zirconia. Whether you're getting an All-on-X or 3-on-6, very strong zirconia.
Yes.
Should be. So when these break, when there's a problem, I want to think about if I give you a pencil and you have to break a pencil in half, the first half is pretty easy to break. But now break the next half, it's pretty hard. And the next little piece is virtually impossible.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about what can cause a bridge breakage. And we're just going to assume right now it's only a trauma event.
Yeah. That's
I,
the only time I've ever seen one.
yeah,
break
I know
is
people
a
have
trauma
broken
event.
them by the whatever. There's outliers,
I was
but
like,
as a
break
general
and
rule,
chip are very
Yeah,
different.
break and
but
chip are different.
Yeah, an actual break in the bridge.
Okay, so if you break a All-on-X bridge,
Yes.
talk to us about that.
The entire thing has to be replaced. So there was a patient who was rolling up her hose, and her husband called her name, and she looked.
Why you gotta
over.
blame it on the husband somehow?
This is her story.
There's no way.
This
You
is
just
her
had
story.
to insert
No,
that
her
little
story.
part. Okay, so she's winding up a
She
hose on her
ran
own
up the
by
hose,
herself.
all by herself, and something ran past, and she got distracted. Either way, she looked over, and as she looked over, she did like the last little loop, and the metal piece on the hose popped up and smacked her in the lip, and literally broke her All-on-X bridge in half.
Okay.
I mean, she also
So,
split her lip open, had to have
trauma
stitches.
event.
Yes.
How
trauma
much to
event.
replace that All-on-X?
It was $8,500 to replace the bridge.
To replace the bridge. Holy smokes. Okay.
No implants, no abutments. Just the bridge was $8,500.
Now let's talk about 3-on-6. If the same lady was winding up the hose, if the same guy is winding up the hose and his wife hollers at him from the house and it interrupts his hose winding, and the piece smacks him in the teeth and he breaks his teeth, we would only have to replace the broken segment.
Yes.
And to replace a broken segment of a 3-on-6, the actual lab fee for that is about $500 to $600. And then the office may or may not charge you some chair time.
Mhm.
I don't.
Yeah, so you don't.
I've never had to do it yet. That's how I know I don't.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
We've replaced.
I've replaced a bridge,
We've replaced
but-
a bridge, but
Not because it broke.
not because it broke.
I've
It
never
was
had
a-
one break. Knock on wood.
Yeah,
So.
it was a cosmetic thing that she wanted
But
changed.
by default, these are also stronger bridges because it's a much smaller piece. It's really, really hard to break this little piece of zirconia when if you have a big piece of it, it's relatively easy. If you drop, like if we were to drop this big chunk of All-on-X on the ground or you're holding it, it would shatter. I'm always afraid of dropping it on the glass and having it crack and break
Yeah.
into pieces. But the 3-on-6 pieces are much smaller. They're not prone to breakage like that. Okay, we only have 10 minutes left and we've just not
And we
gone
went
through
live
enough of
10
these.
minutes early.
Hey, chat. We're live down below,
We're live
chat.
down below,
Listen,
chat.
hey, if you are watching right now and you have any questions, now's your time to ask it. So
Yes.
we've only got 10 minutes left. Let's get anybody's last questions you have. We're watching you guys. We're aware of you up on Instagram. It's a different camera. So I have to remember to keep focusing on you guys. But any questions you have, submit them right now. We're going to make sure to get to them. I want to talk about cost. This is such a taboo thing.
Yeah,
And it's like,
I
nobody will
know
talk
why.
about how much these
Yeah.
cost and how much whatever. But within the last 30 days, have seen with my own 2 eyes the treatment plan for a All-on-X by one of the most prominent All-on-X offices in Las Vegas. They advertise all over the country.
Mhm.
They say you fly into Las Vegas, and I'm going to tell you what they advertise their arch for. They're advertised, is it 99 or 10.9?
It was 899.
No, it's 99.
999.
They're advertising that they do
Yeah.
$9,999 per arch. Okay, I'm just telling you right now, that's what they advertise. I saw their final treatment plan on how much it cost. It was by the time you're done. Oh, you need teeth extracted? Oh, you want final zirconia? Oh, you want to be sedated? Oh, you want it to include the gold level
Yeah, the
teeth.
prime.
Whatever it was. You don't just want the standard, you want the nicer looking one. By the time they nickeled and dimed you after they got you in with their lost leader idea of 10 grand, it was over $45,000 for a all on X. Tiffany Terry, right now, how much is a 3-on-6 at our office in Las Vegas, including sedation, including everything, custom teeth, surgery, everything you're going to need, stuff you don't even need, we're just giving to you. How much does that cost?
$50,000.
$50,000. Look, it's not taboo. You're going to find out how much it costs at some point. We're not trying to hide behind it. We're not like,
if you call the office, we're going to
tell you over the telephone how much it costs. That's what it costs.
Yep.
So can you get all on X done for cheaper? Maybe. We did a case the other day. We have one coming up right now where they were told by the time their general dentist got involved, the oral surgeon got involved, the prosthodontist got involved, they got back to their general dentist. It was $65,000 for an all on X.
Well, that's what I was going to say. At the office that I worked at, the oral surgery office, it was a split thing. He had his own charges, and then the general dentist had their own charges. And the patient, while I was there, I tried to make it as simple as possible. Pay everything here. We'll pay your general dentist.
Okay.
We'll pay the at the time he was bringing a CRNA towards the end of everything, but we'll pay
I have
the
some
lab.
questions. I'm going to get to them.
We'll pay the lab. Instead of the patient having to go around and figure out who they're owing what to. But it was $50,000, and that was 10 years ago, and
So
it was for an all on X.
Call around and just make sure you ask the right questions.
Make sure it includes everything.
First off, make sure that you know what you're getting. Am I getting fake gum tissue? Am I keeping my gums, right? My hallmark of what I'm
and
pushing.
if they tell you that they'll give you a 3-on-6. Please check and make sure they're on
Go to the
website.
website and see if they're actually a licensed 3-on-6 provider. Somebody told the patient, "Oh, we can do a 3-on-6. We just don't like to." They are not a licensed 3-on-6 provider. They don't even know how to. They're just telling you, "Oh, you're not a candidate for a 3-on-6. You don't have enough bone." Guys, 99% of patients are candidates for a 3-on-6. So fight for getting the right thing. Keep your gums. All right.
Well, and we've had patients being told you're getting a 3-on-6, and they wake up with an all on X.
And it happens in Mexico.
It happens in Mexico all day
They
long.
went to sleep, thought they were waking up with a 3-on-6, and woke up with an all.
There's a office by the resort we're going to that advertises 3-on-6, and they're not.
Oh,
they're
we
not
should
3-on-6.
all go there.
Oh, we're going to.
Let's go.
We have plans.
Words. Okay, we have questions.
I will
Mia,
wear my
I
jacket.
am coming to see you guys after your Mexico trip. Thank you. We're so excited to see you. Virginia, can you wear a night guard with a 3-on-6 if you're a night grinder? You have to wear a night guard. We put every patient in a night guard. You'll wear that for the rest of your life. That will help preserve your teeth and the implants and make your jaw not hurt.
Very nice custom night guard.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
Very nice.
We give you one. You wear one through recovery too, but it's just like a boil and bite. But we give you a really nice one at the end of treatment. What does it abscess look like from an area where a tooth removed?
What does an abscess look like from an area where the tooth?
Jessica, you have a very, very specific
very quick.
Question related to your unique situation. An abscess typically manifests itself by color of exudate, bad taste in your mouth. It can look like a little pimple in your gums that pops and then it comes back.
Exudate is a fancy word for pus.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So the only way to have that actually diagnosed is get in to see your dentist and have he or she look in your mouth and decide what's going on and then treat it. The most important thing is if you suspect you have an abscess, get it treated, because that abscess, the stuff that's coming out, the exudate, is actually the bone breakdown material of where the infection is eating away your bone and your soft tissue. And that's the stuff that expels out. That's all stinky and tastes bad.
If you suspect you have an abscess, please go to the dentist.
Yeah, because
don't wait.
Don't wait.
Not one
That
you
stuff
wait
can
on.
turn into big problems pretty quick.
Absolutely.
Okay, Bailey, any questions on Instagram that we may have missed?
No.
Okay.
But your dad said, "Good job, you guys. I gotta go."
Oh, thanks, Dad. Okay, bye, Dad. Okay, I feel bad. We have
So
at
many
least
questions.
half of these we didn't get to. There's only 5 minutes left. We've talked about price. We've addressed the bigger things. Oh, can you pick the color of teeth with an all-in-X?
Kind of.
No, just say yes, because you know they can. Can you pick the color of teeth with an all-in-X?
Yes, but there's less options.
Why?
Lab preference.
Okay.
Honestly, lab preference.
Can you pick the shape of teeth with an all-in-X? You better answer this the technical, true way. Can you pick the shape of teeth with an all-in-X?
There's 3 options.
There's more than 3 options. Some offices offer way
They
more,
do,
and they're
but
more involved with it.
in my experience, the lab that we used, there was 3 options.
Okay. With a 3-on-6, it's completely custom.
Whatever you want.
Teeth shape, size, dimension, all of it's completely custom.
Yes.
Colors are completely custom.
Yes.
Let's see. We already talked about that. Okay. If somebody wanted to call our office, what phone number would they call?
702-710-9006.
We should put that in the chat. Will Daisy or somebody put that in the chat so people can see it? We are leaving town for the 3-on-6 Summit. We're leaving on Sunday on your birthday.
At 1 a.m.
At 1 a.m. Crazy. We are going to be in Mexico all next week. If you have a question you want to schedule, I promise you, leave a voicemail. We're going to call you back. And as a general rule, we usually don't work Fridays. We do these live events on Fridays. But we had an interesting comment that I want to talk about to close out the show today. There's a patient who got her finals at our office 2 weeks ago. And she said, one of the reasons I picked your office is I called and left a voicemail and you guys didn't call me back until the next week. She said, compare that to another office I called, and within 3 minutes, my phone was blowing up. And they called me every 9 minutes. They called me all weekend. They were sending me text messages and emails. She's like, it was like the most crazy aggressive used car sales experience she's ever had. And she's like, all of a sudden I get a call from Amelia at your office. And she goes, hi, this is Amelia with All Out Dental. We saw that you left a voicemail. We'll make sure to call back and see what we could do for you. She's like, all of a sudden I felt like it was a real thing. I wasn't in a sales engine. I do not have a sales engine at my office. So this week, you're not going to get through to my call center. You're not going to get through to an answering service. Leave a voicemail, and every single one of my patients, every single one has my personal cell phone number. So if a patient this week
has had surgery,
that has had surgery,
if you have a consultation, you don't get Dr. Emmett's cell phone number. Sorry, but if you had your surgery, you get Dr. Emmett's.
So if a patient this week had a problem or had a challenge, they've already had my cell phone number.
I feel like a lot of our patients have my cell phone
And they all have your cell phone number. So
Well,
the
mine
point
now.
is, we are going to be gone next week and recharge our batteries and come back ready to go for another several months of booked out surgeries. But we are not a high pressure sales environment. So leave a voicemail. We'll call you back. We'll make sure we get your
And
questions
we're
answered.
also coming back from Mexico. So we're not going away
Maybe.
forever.
What if I just stay in Cancun?
You're not
I
staying.
have several patients who have said that, like,
Yeah.
don't you ever go anywhere? Don't you ever move? Don't you? Yeah.
You're
we get that
coming back.
sometimes. Okay, guys, thank you so much. It is a privilege and an honor to talk about full mouth reconstruction with everybody and answer your questions and be here for you. And I promise you the best days of my career, my most favorite things, and it happened several times this week, we give somebody their final teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And
They're so happy.
they're-
I love it.
the smile on their face. You know what we're going to do? We're going to close out with one more thing. This is so funny. And then I'll take your question. I know, I got to hurry.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
What's his name? Arcane Carpet Cleaners. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, and the
Keep
doctor
going.
actually replies to your text message.
Yes,
which
he
is
does.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, he
I
does.
just
I promise I'll reply.
That's
So
that's
I
confirmed.
want you to tell the
Yes.
funny story about what happened this week when the edible arrangements guy stopped by.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got an edible arrangements this week. We got
Which
a
is
couple.
delicious,
Which
and
we
thank you
love.
so much.
And
Yeah, I love it.
We love it. But the guy, he walks in and he's like, he's the same delivery guy every time. And he goes, I don't even know what you guys are doing in this building, but
Like,
here's another one.
I stop by
Like,
all the time.
yes.
Like all the time I look at my list and I have all out dental.
all out dental.
And
And I love it.
It's such an
I absolutely love it.
appreciation from our patients, and that's such a genuine and thoughtful thing that they do. And it's just fun that we get so many gifts and things at the office from our happy patients that even the guy who delivers edible arrangements was like,
He's like,
what do you guys do?
You guys are doing something right.
crazy.
It's like, I don't deliver to dental offices very often, but I'm here once or twice a week.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
yes,
really wild.
love it.
So anyway, privileged to be in a spot where we can do that and help people change their lives.
Yes.
Remind people really quick that if they just joined and they missed the beginning, it is on YouTube.
Oh yeah. So if you just joined and missed some of this, please go find us on YouTube. This is going to be available within just minutes. It gets uploaded on YouTube.
Super quick.
And we have hundreds of videos out there on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. You can find us out there, and you can always contact us. If you have a unique question to your situation, just reach out. We're happy to help you through it. All right. Okay, guys, see you after Cancun. I'll be way more tan, but she won't.
I probably won't
She
be.
is-
I'm not allowed to tan anymore.
Okay, bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Stupid.
Hold
Stupid
on,
Medicare.
it's
You're doing
not
great. You're doing
over
great.